Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Spottiest stream. It's nice to see you all here. Hopefully, everybody's having an amazing night. We've got some action here. Hi, it's me. How's it going, everybody? By the way, thank you guys for the follows. By the way, it was, thank you there, Shutter, and Ego the Wise, too, follows. And you'll see why those names are important if you already don't know, as well as a follow coming in from, Zonix? And now for Goddess. Thank you, guys. Again, if I'm mispronouncing names, just let me know. Nice to see you all. Thank you all so much. Let's take a look at our schedule here. Before we get into it, another follow coming in from Landon. Thank you, Landon. You guys are all way too kind. Here's our matches for tonight. We're gonna start with Ethix, Esports versus Ignition Academy. And again, I said those names are important. Here's why. They're on Ethix. So this is, I see we have a good amount of Ethix fans in here, which I'm always happy because there's always a decent amount of Ignition fans that join in during any one match, especially if it's hyped up. And this one definitely is hyped up for Ignition fans because Ethix are 3-0. They have not lost yet in the Skyward series. And they're looking like they want to keep it that way. Of course, that just depends how they'll be playing tonight. As, again, a best of 5 coming up here. Crazy matchups. Your name is missing from the roster? Did they add you recently? That could be a reason why. Look. No, you're not listed on the roster there, Wibble. You are not listed on the roster. Unfortunately. Unless you just, like, absolutely juked me. If you juked me, good job. you guys are finding ways to. You're an unofficial sub. Okay, got it. Well, shout out to Wibble for the sub, for being a sub. There you go. Here's the recognition. As he's honorary. Yeah, I know. I had a teammate like that before as well. It was basically like an honorary member. As we're gonna get into the lobby info here for both these teams. Again, big shoutouts to Shutter. There, Duxie with the follow. My goodness, so many follows. As well as Igor. Igor with the raid as well. Thank you guys so much for the raids. Oh, you're part of the EU side. Yeah, that'll make things a little more difficult. Well, I'm impressed you're up this late. Let's talk about that. That is impressive. As we will quickly, let's get a prediction poll going in here. Do you support Ethix or Ignition? If any of you don't know, Ignition Academy, I've been on the stream many times before. This is actually the first time I've seen Ethix on the stream. It'll be nice to see both these teams here playing tonight. Again, Ignition I've seen many times this season of theirs. To say it's been going badly is a bit of an understatement. It's been absolutely horrible for them. Starting out the season as one of the highest rated teams, and now finding themselves here where they haven't actually gotten a single win yet in a best of 5 series. And we're almost halfway through this season. Not a good thing here for them. Again, this is for week 4. Again, they have not gotten a single win in the best of 5. The only win coming to a forfeit win. Not where you want to be if you're Ignition. For Ethix on the other side, again, they're doing well. They're 3-0. Not lost yet. They're just continuing to run that momentum. Sorry, they're 2-1, not 3-0. Why are they listed? No, they are 2-1. They're not 3-0. My bad. I don't know why. Man, I made a huge brain fart. I listed them as 3-0 accidentally. They're 2-1. With their loss coming to 6 figures, which to be fair, if any team to lose to, 6 figures is a pretty respectable one. I can't believe I said that. That is wrong. Don't pay attention to Twitter. I definitely made a mistake there. I made a mistake on my Twitter. My Twitter. Oh my goodness. So sorry. There we go. There's the update for you all. Again, Ethix definitely not 3-0. They're 2-1, but it's just more support for Ethix. I mean, with how well they're playing, they could get their 3rd win tonight. They're very close to it. Again, all they need is that 1 win. By the way, everybody, if you're wondering about Six Figures, they'll be playing later this week, which is a pretty fun coincidence. They'll be playing tomorrow against 100 by 35 White. So, that'll be some great action. As again, get your predictions underway here. Who do you think will win? Ethix or Ignition? Don't be afraid to vote. I'm surprised we actually haven't seen more Ignition. I know Ziggy seems to show up to like every single one of their matches, so. And we'll see if you know at heart. Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, you gotta believe in that. You gotta have the confidence at being a 3-0 team, even when you're not. But again, the only loss coming to Six Figures for Ignition Academy. Again, they have had a rough season. Their only win being a forfeit win. Then they lost to Astral Bebop and Striker FaZe. And Striker FaZe is really good. Astral Bebop currently, I believe, is also doing pretty well this season. There's some pretty tough teams to play against, but Bebop actually has not been doing that well. They're also 1-2 with losses to Striker Exile and Six Figures. So, man, there's a lot of tough matches that are coming up for all these teams here. But hey, to be the best, you gotta beat the best. And right now, Ignition Academy have not done that. Far from it, they have been struggling this season so far. But there is still, again, a lot of time for them. We're not past. Once we get past that halfway mark, that's when you gotta start really thinking and questioning what is going to happen. As we'll move in game here to just wait for both these teams. Again, there's Ethix with Shutter, Igor, and Sisto. Just waiting on Ignition Academy. They didn't mention to me anything about having their sub to Freak play, so it will probably be Cody Drazix and Crevelo tonight. Of course, again, they do have the Freak as a sub if they need him. We'll just be waiting here for them. As soon as they join, everything will be good to go. We'll get the series started. Reminder, first of 2 series tonight. And our series after this will be Dark Falcons versus Missouri S&T Green. One of those teams is undefeated currently in their league. Dark Falcons are currently 4-0 in the up-and-coming cup. And now we've hit 8 p.m. Eastern. And there they are. Right on cue. They did not waste a second. Hello, Ignition Academy. Welcome in. Prediction poll, by the way, is closing. And right on time, too. Here we go! Best of 5 series! It's Ethix Esports, 3-0 at heart, but 2-1 on the score. Ignition Academy, no wins yet in our regular series matchup. Only win coming to a forfeit in week 1. Since then, it has been difficult for them. Ethix, on the other hand, trying to push themselves further and further into the top group, beating the teams that would be ranked below them. Ethix considered one of the stronger teams right now. And again, for being 2-1, their only loss coming to Six Figures. What a shot from Shutter! An early score for Ethix, as they look down to topple Ignition Academy. An early start from Shutter as he pops it over Drazix. Ethix Esports on the right track, and we're not even 30 seconds in. Didn't even get to talk about both these teams, about how they play. But now Ignition down here. They have something that they can use to come back with. Reminder, this is the same Ignition Academy that recently won the Blackline Academy series, although that one was with Prevla as a sub, having a different player, Ruby, who himself is also having a difficult time right now in Skyward series on his newest team on Execute Academy. They are also 1-2. There's now Shutter trying to carry it out, but Crevlo down the field. Sisto putting it back forward for Ethix. Ethix can control this. He'll beat past Igor. No shots coming just yet for Ignition Academy, but they're definitely trying to find ways through. As a dunk here from Ethix up the field. No second shot. Sisto's missed. Krevlo not on target. Ignition Academy had a chance, and they threw it all away. As now beats past all. Ethix off the back wall. Ethix still pushing through. Their aim is to get the ball out of defense with a lot of clears. But this one, oh my goodness, what a save from Shutter. Getting back there just in time, and he's still on the ball. Being sure to waste even more time for his teammates. That's what you do as first man. If you can't win the ball. Excuse me there. My goodness, oh my goodness, there's the pass, there's the goal for Shutter. Ethix have scored again. And Shutter, he seems to be on the beginning of every single play out of the midfield. And he's the one to end this one here as well. Here we go, back to the kickoff spot. We're halfway through game one. Ethix lead by 2. Off the sidewall, Sisto was looking for control, but Krevlo will take it back. Now dunked. Ethix currently just running a full control sort of game. His infield, Shutter looking for his third. Krevlo will beat him out. Ethix will have to retreat to defense. Oh, misplay, but Cody couldn't get an open angle. Very few shooting opportunities for Ignition Academy. As again, it's Sisto from the midfield trying to create work here for his team. Macaulay beats them all. Ethix spread out just a little too far to defense. Igor really couldn't challenge on this one because he was so far away. Cody will race by him and get the first goal of the series for Ignition. An important goal. Ignition have started off this series quite slow in comparison to Ethix. Yet they're only one goal away from tying it up. As now Ethix, Shutter looking for his third, off the post. Revel now trying to carry it out, off the corner. Sisto, early towards Cody. Shutter now. Ethix, hastening their pace, hastening their play. Now they have a chance here from Sisto. He'll slot it home. Ethix re-established a 2-goal lead. Ignition Academy could not break out. They sat back so far, and they gave Sisto the chance, and Sisto used it perfectly. Ethix with a great start so far, but Ignition, Ethix beats past all 3. Krevlo, open nets. And back the other way goes Ignition Academy. Is Ethix to get that high flying flick? Knows he doesn't have to score it there, so long as he outplays the last defender. And Ignition, once again, lower that lead down to 1 for Ethix. But still have not been able to tie it up. Krevlo looking for offense here. Ignition Academy trying to ignite that spark in this final minute of gameplay, seeing if they just can get at least one more. At least go to overtime. Of course, that will depend on how they make these chances look. The Shutter. No boost, still gets to it in time, but Ignition Academy clears it away. Now a dunk, Cody. Towards the midfield, Ethix off the side, looking towards the net. Sisto gets to it in time. Igor now. Cody. Sisto clears. Final 30 seconds. Ignition Academy still searching for that goal that they desperately need. A demo created the chance there for Igor, but that one is not even close to the net. Now another demo. As Ethix. Opportunity. Shutter gets in the way. Now it's Krevlo. His touch doesn't go far. Cody trying to keep control. Ignition moving back. Drazix off the back wall. Igor, he's missed it. Still gets a touch in time. Ethix can't ground it yet. Krevlo now in front. No one can get to it. Cleared away by Igor. And Ethix will take game 1. Quick offense from Ethix. They looked pretty comfortable overall, although maybe a little too comfortable at times. Ignition Academy knew how to strike back, but it is Ethix that will take the first game. Because overall, they just had more chances, more opportunities to do what they needed to do. Game 2. We're nearing it. I see the water breaks. Let me go get it. There we go. Game 2, here we come. Ethix already up in the series, and they're looking pretty good doing it. Sisto trying to get the first goal in this game. Had a dunk, but Krevlo still was a little bit stronger than him. Now finessing in play. Oh my goodness! Everybody was staring at Cody. But it's Krevlo who was the real threat on this one. Cody, I think he's going to call it a fake there. New map? Yes, it is. We always do RLCS rotation on this stream. And since both teams said they don't mind it, we will be running an RLCS rotation. That's where all these maps come from. Don't worry, it's not me just choosing favorites. Although I do like the maps that they have in the rotation. Yeah, we're doing the RLCS rotation, so... After this will be DFH. After DFH will be Utopia Coliseum Dusk. And if we do get there, we will go to Champions Field for Game 5. Best of 7s is a little different, but there is still a rotation for that as well, so... Oh my goodness! I'm talking about rotations, Cody. Let's talk about that save. I don't know how he got that one. He needed a little help from the crossbar to get it out. But he was able to do so in the end. Ignition keep their 1-goal lead. And now Cody trying to add a second. Sisto clears it back. Krevlo up high. Now infield from Shutter. Drazix dunks by Sisto. Krevlo trying to hold control. Almost got bumps there. Shutter. Back in by Drazix. Now Krevlo. Save away by Igor. As a follow coming in from inside RL. Thank you, inside. Oh my. Wait a second. Wait a second. I'm caught off guard. I don't have any words for that. That is incredible, Krevlo. Oh my goodness, that might be the best shot I've ever seen Krevlo hit. And unfortunately, it's on his own net. That is I can't believe he scored that. Well, like this Academy will score that on the other side. I'm still in shock. Never mind how good that kickoff was from Krevlo. And how nice this shot was from Cody off the crossbar, but... I'm still... I can't believe Krevlo did that. Now, the only thing you can really do in that situation is laugh about it. Trust me, guys, I'm usually very talkative. Ziggy would know, he's in chat. He knows I talk fast. This is probably one of those few times where I just don't have anything to say. Me too, that's why I was like, wait a second, Sisto scored? That doesn't make sense. He wasn't the one on the ball there. They've completely, they completely broke me here. Well, I think we've just seen something incredible on this stream. Ethix looking to tie things back. There it is, in front for Shutter. And this one not from a crazy own goal. Instead, it's from them taking advantage of a mistake from Drazix. And they will now keep it tied here. Approaching a halfway mark in Game 2, both teams willing to serve incredible shots at each other and themselves, apparently, if things are going how they are. Ethix redirects. Krevlo was trying to find his way through Shutter, but he'll get there in the time. Now he has the dunk. Drazek's back. Pinch around the corner. Sisto keeps it upfield. Krevlo with the save. Ignition Academy doing better this game at getting the ball out of their half. And they are looking for each other. A lot of infield passes, unfortunately. Ethix still has the plays back the other side, and it's close. There's no clearly better team right now. We'll see who that plays in favor of. As that one... Oh man, a phantom touch on the goal line, but Shutter still gets it. As Krevlo didn't read this Cody. That wave dash did not make things easier for him, and he really didn't have a lot of boost to use there. The ball will skip right by him. Ethix Esports now in the lead. 50-50. Drazix to the sidewall, infield. Shutter clears it back. Sisto. Both these teams looking for a lot of infield passing plays. There are some distinct differences. For one, Ignition Academy, their plays are intentionally going across the field. They're trying to play laterally to the net. Perpendicularly, if you want to take a math term to it. As the plays from Ethix a little more direct. And a lot more demos as well. They are a much more demo-heavy team. They're not afraid to go for them. You'll constantly see Igor going for those plays whenever he has the chance. Although right now, kind of a neutral sort of game. Ping-pong back and forth. Ignition putting this battle in the midfield, but my goodness, the double tap from Sisto. That will turn things the other way. Now, Krevlo has no boost, still clears it upfield. He was waiting on that boost spawn in the corner, but it wouldn't come in time. Now Drazix. Bouncer in front. Cody saved by Sisto as he backflips in the way. Igor. Upfield, very similar to last game for Ignition. Final minute, they need a goal. Last game, they were unfortunate to get a goal in that final minute. This game, they're trying to change things in their favor. Cody with the demo, but Shutter, the one in control here. Krevlo steals it. Flip reset. He's got it as well. Down the corner, Krevlo looking in field. No one waiting. Igor will clear it back. Drazix. Maybe he was looking for the pinch, but didn't go anywhere. Ethix now looking for a fourth. They don't need offense. All they need to do is make sure their defense is in its best shape, but a good defense can also be a good offense. A good offense, sorry, can also be a good defense is what I meant to say. As now Shutter misses this one wide. Krevlo back the other way. Cody looking to put it in. It hits the ground before so. And Ethix Esports takes game 2. And we had maybe one more second on the clock. Ignition Academy would have tied things up. That's how close these games are. Unfortunately for Ignition, though, they're now down 2 games in the series. They need a reverse sweep. As now we'll move to DFH Stadium here. Game 3. Follow coming in from Jordan. Thank you, Rec Jordan, for the follow welcome in. Ignition Academy this season has been sparked by difficult losses. They don't want to be the victims of another, but Ethix on the verge of doing so. Both games have been 1-goal differences. They've been really close, but ultimately the wins are what matters. Ethix won both of them. Now all Ethix need is one more. .50-50. Sisto tried to jump up early for that one. Could have caught Ignition off guard, but didn't make contact with the ball. Now it's across the field. Krevlo. Not through Shutter. Drazix. Keeps it up. Sisto. To the back wall. Double commit from Ignition Academy. Double commit from Ethix. That's going to make it... That's going to negate any issues that Ignition Academy would have had after that play off their own back wall. And now Ethix needs a reset on offense. For Ethix, a lot of what they do comes straight through the midfield. But wait a second, it's Drazix through the midfield. And what a goal that was from Drazix. The dribble, the deeks, the score. Drazix is known for his fancy footwork. I'm surprised he doesn't pull it off more, because when he does, he is incredibly good at it. His ability to power slide while dribbling the ball is incredible. Whenever he has it on the ground, whenever he has a dribble, he is a scary sight, that's for sure. As now at the field goes Cody. Sisto pinches it away. Cody. Back in, cleared back by Sisto. Igor. Misses this one completely. And now Krevlo upfield. Sisto. Trying to find the clear here for Ethix. Again, all Ethix need is one more game. They have 3 different chances to do it. Although I'm sure they're going to want to make it count as soon as possible. No one wants to go to game 5. Right now, Ignition Academy. They want to go there. This is how they will start that run. Pinch play. Still Ignition's ball. Krevlo redirect. Off the back. Next one coming is Cody, but Shutter will keep it down. And he'll get in the way in time. That's the proactive style of defense, knowing what's going to happen next. Being able to cut it off before it ever happens. You generally want to play that kind of style of defense because it generally does better at cutting off plays before they become too difficult. In reactive style, everything's in the hands of the opponent. And on defense, you never want that to be the case. If you can control the play on your defensive side, the other team will have a very, very tough time scoring on you. Krevlo. Krevlo beats the last defender. That will make it 2. Ignition Academy have now doubled their lead. As Krevlo spots the error here. It's Igor thinking he can challenge this. As third man. Krevlo was still in possession there. Ignition now. Add another. Igor. Back the other way. Drazix off the back. Cody now. Inches it. Shutter trying to hold control. It's Cody. But Shutter beats him out. Now Shutter trying to challenge Drazix, but Drazix infield for Krevlo. Krevlo doesn't jump for it. Igor or shoots. Krevlo will give it off his own back wall, but no jump. Krevlo gets a touch, but Shutter! Oh, Drazix pre-jumps it! Denies Ethix! And I mean that seriously. That was a denial and a half. Ethix had a full net to shoot on there. Drazix cut off the chance. Still, there's Shutter. Sometimes it takes a second effort. Ethix now with their first goal in this game. Almost 3 minutes 30 seconds in. But it's their first goal, and with how low scoring it's been for Ignition Academy, Ethix has easily enough time to get another. I would be very surprised if they don't. Pinched. Drazix off his back wall. Dribbles it. Sisto bumps him away. Shutter challenges Cody, but Cody up the field. Igor doesn't know no one's there. And now he's just left it for Krevlo. Krevlo off target. Here comes Cody to make it free. Ignition. Now make it 3-1. And things are just looking a little bit out of reach for Ethix. But if they want to answer back, they definitely have the ability to do so. Sisto. Gonna get a dunk on Krevlo, and the offense stays in Ignition, but not for long. Ethix dribbles it down the field. Shutter off the corner. Now looking in front. Drazix with the clear. Cody coming up with him. Igor off the connection between that back wall and the ceiling. Now in front for Sisto. Ethix transitioning the field. Sisto 50-50 with Drazix and on top of the nets. Igor. Krevlo with control. Shutter has to challenge. Krevlo trying to win the boost, but Shutter will keep it away. Shutter. Drazix, smart challenge. Now it's Krevlo. Ignition. Gonna waste out as much time as possible here for Ethix. Ethix has a flip. We'll use it to try to recover. Igor backflips at first, but now he'll put it down the field. Krevlo stops the play. Now got the dunk. Shutter. Looking for Igor. Igor couldn't connect. Ethix. He needs to connect here. But Shutter couldn't find the infield pass. Krevlo with control. 50-50 will work. Ignition Academy stay alive in this series for one more game. Definitely a better result for them. Games 1 and 2, it felt like they were just slow. They weren't really adjusting to the series now. They're definitely fully and truly in this one. As they've now gotten this one to go to Utopia next. Everybody quickly ready up. And here we go. Game 4. Again, reminder, Ethix, all you need to do is win one game. Here we go. Game 4. Igor takes it to the sidewall. Krevlo jumping, he can't read it. Ethix looking to try to score early here, shut down all the momentum from Ignition Academy. Ethix now. Back wall, Shutter. Trying to boom the ball away, but no one upfield for Ethix. Unfortunately, no matter how hard you clear the ball, if you can't clear it to the other side of the field, they're going to find a way to answer back with a clear of their own. Ignition. Cody. 50-50 will go backwards. Krevlo waiting for it, though. He's got a really good setup here, but he has no boost. Shutter will know that, and that's why he'll challenge. Cody. Dribble shots. Dribble goal. The first one here for Ignition Academy. And that one, definitely a good start for them. And now, Igor with the control. Got across. Off the corner, Ethix. Here's it down the field. Now 50-50 with Shutter, Sisto. Off the sidewall, Krevlo. Gonna take it in front, looking for another chance for Ignition Academy. But Shutter will take it the other way. Ethix, oh, Shutter hides himself behind the ball there. Whether he did it intentionally or not, a common tactic you see in 1v1s is to do exactly that play on 50-50's hide, so that your opponent doesn't know how close you are to the challenge, and so that you can dunk them in the end. Ignition Academy. Definitely having to deal with the control here of Ethix, but Ethix, as they move upfield, it does seem like Ignition's there, but oh, as I say that, here comes Sisto. And that will be his first goal in this game for his team. Ethix now tied at 1. Hey chat, let's be civil here. All right, let's be civil here. As Ignition does score a second goal here, they're going to take the lead right back. Let's be civil, okay, guys? All right, I think how am I doing? I'm doing pretty good, Resnolts. All right, I think if you guys can be civil, because this stream is not a stream for arguing. If you guys want to do that, this stream is not the place for it. Let's keep it civil, guys. I know you all can do it. As an infield pass, saved away, but a double commit from Ignition. Krevlo stops the final shot. Ignition Academy, man, they're having to do everything they can to keep that 1-goal lead. That's not their first time having to make a crazy save on the goal line. And it definitely won't be their last if they keep playing like they are. Ethix will get those kind of chances. Shutter in front. Cody saves. Ethix, he may have just sauced the pass up here for them, but it is cleared away. And now Ignition on offense. Cody, back wall. Miss from Shutter. Going from Sisto. Shutter can jump to this. Being the first man, he's the one that's usually the first one to strike for this team when it comes to getting the ball upfield, although he has been quiet this game. As they've been going for more of a controlled style, he hasn't been nearly as effective for them in trying to transition quickly. Shutter clears it. Now trying to find a flick and field, but Krevlo will stop him before anything can be created. Sisto backflip, and that might prove to be a bit costly here for them, although Ethix are holding possession. It does feel like it's only a matter of time here for Ignition Academy start to break down. Although that 50-50 will make things so much nicer for them. They get to reset their boost amounts. That's something they will need to do after how long they've had to spend back in their half. Cody 50. Shutter up to Igor. Look how far back Ignition is, by the way. This is a very defensive posture. Sisto could have scored. And Drazik's back the other way for 3. The Ignition Academy catching Ethix as they overcommit. A demo was in their place somewhere as well on Igor. He just couldn't get back in time. As here we go, in front, Drazix, saved by Sisto. Now he'll throw it around the corner. Shutter, looking for Sisto in field! Oh, it's a smash the top left corner! Ethix still in it! It's 2-3. What a pass, but what a shot from Sisto. From this kind of range, you don't expect him to miss, but I don't think you ever expected a shot just like that. That is beauty. Ignition, their flame. Definitely beating later here as they're only leading by 1. Ethix trying to dribble themselves back the other way. Ignition still have the lead. All they need to do is hold it. Double commit though. A couple of those have happened for Ignition and it hasn't been very useful for them. Although it hasn't been as useful for Ethix either, as they've just not been able to capitalize. Those double commits have all been for Ignition where they still get a clear on it, so as long as it still works for them, they can breathe easy. But now, this one, awkward shutter off the back wall. Drazix will still read it. Igor. Drazix couldn't keep it close. Now Igor in front. Krevlo. Sisto up. Sisto. Not able to happen. Drazix clears it upfield now. Ethix need to keep the ball up. Krevlo looking to ground it. He will. Ignition Academy, after going 2 games down, have now taken this one all the way to the final Game 5. This series going to go to the distance, but who has what it takes? We haven't seen a reverse sweep on this stream in quite a while. The last time we probably saw it was, oh my goodness, probably that 1v1 all that time ago. That Kara 1v1 where Kara had the reverse sweep in a 1v1. That felt like forever ago. Again, I think that was the last time we had a reverse sweep on this stream. That was back almost a month ago. Oh, these guys would, oh gosh, these guys are actually starting. I wasn't paying attention. Again, our last reverse sweep was February 11th of this year. Ignition Academy looking to make and write new history on this stream. Sisto cleared, but Cody's still on it. Shutter, side flip here. Cody could have advanced upfield. Ignition still pushing. Sisto, Drazix, and Krevlo both jump double commit, but Drazix, his shot saved by Shutter now. Igor can take it the other way. He doesn't have a lot of boost. Now he's bumped by Drazix. Still on it though, Ethix. In front, Krevlo will read this. Now Drazix down the field. Ignition haven't been able to win on this stream for a while now. Again, have not won a single best of 5 ever since back when they still had Ruby on their team. Or playing in the Black Lane Academy series. Ever since then, the winners quarterfinals, by the way, which I think they won 4-1, if I believe. Ever since then, they have been suffering defeat after defeat. They're looking to change things around. Write new history on this stream write a new path for themselves on the stream. As now Drazix getting harassed. Shutter! That's going to be the first one for Shutter. Ethix, they don't care about history. They just want to keep their series going. This is a team for Ethix that they need to beat if they want to prove that they're a top tier contender. And they keep going now. Shutter looking for a second flip reset. Won't be able to hit it. Igor. Miss here. 2 players jump. Sisto. Drazix will cut it off. Bumped. Revlo. Shoots it down. Sisto. Looking in field. He's found himself here. Ignition sitting back. Sisto. He's going to get RKO'd by Drazix. Going for the dribble pop. Instead, he gets bumped. Shutter. Given free reign here. He can do whatever he wants. Ignition stands strong on defense, but they do need to move upfield somehow. They're struggling to get the ball out of their half. They're struggling to get time on it. Shutter. Sisto off the corner. Revlo. 50 with Igor. Shutter now. Igor back in front. Krevlo with the clear. Sisto gets dunked before he can even register a shot. Now it's Drazix. Past 1, 50 with 2. Cody will just clear it away. Unfortunately, it is straight to an Ethix player, so it's not like it's going to be a very useful clear for Ignition. As this one, saved by Krevlo. No follow-up shots. Ethix happy with this 1 goal, but they might need to look for a second as Krevlo racing down. Demo Sisto couldn't get the shot in the end, but Ignition now with offense. What a dunk from Igor. Ignition backtrack. And for Ignition, taking a while. Shutter. Bodhi trying to find the pass, but Ignition trying to keep themselves relevant here. When we take a look at how many shots they've had. They've had 2 compared to the 8 of Ethix. It has been a low-shooting kind of game, but what a bump from Cody! Krevlo! Inside the final 90 seconds! This is how you get a team going. When you can't get shots, sometimes you gotta think a little outside the box. Cody! With the bump play. Ignition Academy. Not known for them, but definitely not afraid of them either. Drazix. Back wall, in front, Cody! Cody misses it. Now Drazix. Oh, he didn't get a touch there that he wanted. It's now Krevlo. Off the sidewall. Shutter. Sisto misses. Igor. Still Igor. Igor up. Igor! Oh, Sisto had that touch there. Shutter will keep it going for Ethix. As Drazix off the sidewall. Krevlo. As I've just noticed on stream, I made an error, guys. We are currently in Game 5, by the way. I don't know why my stream doesn't show that, but I'll fix it for you as soon as I can. As soon as we find a pause here in this game. Although the thing is, this game really doesn't have that many pauses. As pinch play, Igor will save. Cody will keep it alive here. It's Sisto. Still Sisto with it, but he's been demoed. Drazix, final 10 seconds. Their Ignition. One more play, potentially in regulation if they can get there. Igor. Gonna dribble it out, but Ethix. They'll have to contend here with Ignition, but they do go to overtime. Here's our chance. There we go, we're back in. Now everything's correct. We're in game 5, overtime. One more goal settles it. Sisto, that could be it. Krevlo saves it. Follow up from Shutter! 17 seconds in. The initial save from Krevlo was not enough. It kept the ball near the nets. Shutter from way downtown. Above the nets. Ethix will win the series in the end. Ignition Academy, another heartbreaker for them. As their season, not looking like it's getting much better. Ethix, on the other hand, a big win in a big moment. And that will be it here for the first series of the night. We still have one more coming up. As yeah, it was more entertaining than a sweep. I always like game 5s, game 7s. You know. As a caster, I'm a fan of this game. I know a lot of you may not be so happy. Or maybe you are, because a lot of you were Ethix fans, but what a win for Ethix. As we'll get him in here for an interview, so stick around, Ethix fans. There's still more action to come. I do know who Tomsy is, yes. I do know who Tomsy is there. I think I casted him in that Death Cloud 2v2 tournament that we had. Let's see the interview? Yeah, you'll get it, don't worry. Just waiting on the players. As soon as they're here, we'll get it started. As again, we're just gonna wait for him here. Again, we're just gonna be waiting for him, but what a win for Ethix. Game 5, overtime. It's what everybody likes to see, eh? Unless you're an Ethix or Ignition fan. Or maybe even if you are. Fans love those kind of things. Fans love that kind of stuff. What's fun about it, though, is I'm sure the players didn't like it. I know what it's like to be in Game 5 overtime back when I played back in Indie Gaming League, which, yes, Indie Gaming League. I played in Indie Gaming League, which was such a long time ago for me. I've had my fair share of Game 5 overtimes. They're not fun at all. You hate them as a player, but as a caster, you love them. As a fan, you love them. Even as a fan that wants to cheer for one team, you love them. As we're gonna get them all in here for the interview. Still waiting on them, but as soon as they join on in, we'll be good to go. Again, we're just waiting on them, but again, we're gonna go to our schedule here just to take a look at what our next matchup will be. It'll be at Dark Falcons, Missouri S&T Green. Coming up next. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry, I made sure to delay everything for you guys, okay? I know. Don't worry, don't worry, by the way, guys. I know what again, that wasn't me running the ads, by the way. I know when to run them. I always run them before the interview, so that they don't happen during the interview. As here comes the 100-bit cheer. Thank you. As, again, it looks like everybody's ready. Hello, Igor the Wise. Are you the only one here tonight that's going to be joining us for the interview?
Hello.
Is it just you, or are we waiting on someone else?
I think it's just me.
Just you. Well, welcome in, Igor. What a win. I was mentioning how fans love Game 5 overtimes and how players hate them. But,
oh, yeah.
a Game 5 overtime. And you had to and, you know, your team had to play clutch when it mattered. And, you did. What a close series it was.
Definitely.
Again, is there anything you want to add to kind of the monumental importance of that Game 5, especially since you guys, the momentum was not in your favor in that game. Ignition Academy was so close to making a reverse sweep. The first in what would be about a month's time. Our last reverse sweep was back February 11th, almost a month ago. And so, lucky for you guys, you won't be on the record books for that. So, how does that feel?
Yeah, so recently we've been finding ourselves in either us attempting to reverse sweep a team or us getting reverse sweeped. It's kind of been like a reoccurring theme here for like the last, I'd say like 4 or 5 competitive games. It seems like whether it was here in the Skyward series or it was on One Up Gaming's tournament, the Spring Shenanigans tournament. It seems like we routinely have been finding ourselves in moments to either reverse sweep and not be able to actually close out a game 5 ourselves, or we get taken for the reverse sweep and we can't just close out the game either. So it's nice to finally, I guess, I know it would have been nice to either get this done in a sweep or in 4 games, but I'm just thrilled that we actually finally were able to kind of like break our little curse here of game 5 and not being able to win it at all.
Again, a massive win. Is there anything you want to mention about? Talk to me about what was probably the toughest part about Ignition Academy. What did they change that made things so difficult for you guys? You won in the end, but it had to come to overtime. It had to come off of 2 losses in a row. But again, all that matters is you won. But what do you think was the big change that Ignition Academy made, or that you guys made? Because sometimes series change because the team in the lead changed and they have to change back. What was the big change between game 2 and game 3? And then what was that change between game 4 and game 5 to go back and get the win when you needed it most?
So I think they're a great team. I would say the change kind of came on our terms. I don't know if they really were changing up anything in game 3 and 4 for us that really threw us off. As this has been kind of a little reoccurring thing for us as a team. I think the difference this time around, moving into game 5, is kind of having the experience of moving to game 5s recently. Not what we want to be doing, but yeah, I think we managed this time to stay cool, stay calm, focus on our challenges. Specifically for myself, yeah, focusing on my challenges and my speed to the ball for those challenges. So I think that might have been the difference. Is I might have lost a little bit of that on my own through 3 and 4, and I think the game changer was Shutter kind of talking me through it as we moved into game 5 and reminding me just those early challenges and staying close to the play when on offense and in the midfield.
Of course, now with that win on Ignition Academy, you guys are 3-1. Now, if you were to take a look at your schedule, next week you gotta play a Striker Exile. But what do you think about your matchup next week? What do you think about any of your upcoming matchups? Because there are some pretty scary ones. Striker Exile, I mentioned, is on there. Unknown Aerith, Radiance, Phantoms, Illusion Red. There's a lot of good teams on there. Are there any matchups that you want to talk about specifically that is going to come up to you guys in the future? Any matchups that you think are going to be significant?
None that like really scream out to me right at this moment. We're just kind of like really focusing as a team and kind of trying to get our play style down. This is our first actual season competing as a team. So yeah, we're focusing a lot on ourselves as a team. Not too worried about some of the other teams that we're going to be facing. I think the objective here is for us to really focus on ourselves and make sure that we're prepared for any team that might come across our path, whether they're the top of the league or the bottom of the league. Just being able to hang with everyone.
Yeah, that makes sense as well. You don't care about who the opponent is, just that there is one, and you'll get a couple others. What a series, though. Do you have any final statements, any shoutouts? The floor is yours.
Yeah, I'd love to shout out just everyone from the whole Ethix crew. I know we rated you earlier before the matchup, and yeah, I just want to thank every single one of you guys that routinely come out here and support us and all these different casters, and just being great viewers and just being great people overall, and supporting us as we go through our journey of getting better at this wonderful game that we call Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League, it's got some fun moments. It's definitely had a couple of those. Again, congratulations on your win. Hopefully I get to see more of you guys. You guys are exciting to watch.
Thank you.
In case you're wondering, here's a fun fact for you guys. If you guys don't know, I'm actually on Ignition, so this is a bit of an interesting series. No, it's okay.
Oh.
I don't play. No. I'm partnered with them for commentary purposes. So, no, it's not been great for Ignition recently. But again, you guys looked incredible. It was a back and forth series, but ultimately you guys played better in the end. And the win is all that matters to you guys. Now you can take some time to get yourself ready for it next week. Hopefully, again, I see you guys on stream more in the future. Again, congratulations on your win. Thank you so much for joining me, Igor the Wise. Everybody, go support Igor the Wise on Twitch. Yeah, go do it, please. if you haven't done it already. I know a lot of you are Ethix fans, so I'm sure a lot of you have already done that, but make sure to go support him on Twitch. As, again, thank you so much for joining. Have an amazing rest of your night.
Thank you, you too, and thank you for the wonderful cast.
Of course. Series 1, we're at Ethix. Series 2, coming up, it will be Dark Falcons versus Missouri S&T Green. You won't want to miss this. This is going to be a good matchup, but again, it's going to take a while. We're going to be at a bit of a break. So just wait around. We'll be back. Very, very soon we'll be back for the second and final series of the nights. Again, it's Dark Falcons, Missouri S&T Green for the up-and-coming cup. Stick around. Thank you all so much for joining for this first series. And again, thank you all for the support. The stream will stay up as I'll be setting up for the next series. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to the stream. This mic, not the mic, sorry, this camera's in the wrong place. There we go, that's a little better. Hey, everybody, sorry about that, I'm back. Hopefully all of you are doing well. Welcome back to the Sportiest stream. Again, sorry about that, the camera there, but hopefully that will fix any issues. It's going to, resettle and stuff. It always does that. Again, everybody, welcome back to the stream. If you're sticking around from our earlier series, we went to a Game 5, where Ethix took down Ignition Academy in a Game 5 overtime. Now we'll move to the up-and-coming Cup to watch Dark Falcons as they'll take on Missouri S&T Green. This one, we've seen some pretty crazy series for Dark Falcons. This one, on paper, a lot easier looking. Missouri S&T Green only 2-2. They're in an interesting situation because I believe they're still in the top 5. No, they're number 6 on the board. In fact, actually, waiting here for Missouri S&T Green will almost definitely get them into the top 5. And yeah, I was going to mention, those 2 losses that Missouri S&T Green had, those losses came from such weird situations. Last week, they lost to Backbone Gaming in a sweep, because they had to play with D-Shock, their sub. And no offense to you, D-Shock, I know you're in chat. This team definitely wasn't prepared to be playing with you that night. Again, generally you don't see teams play with their subs unless they absolutely have to. And there's a reason why. It's generally teams don't play super well with their subs. But again, I see against G-Shock, I know you're in chat, man. Still supporting them, which, again, good for you, but ultimately, playing with a sub is just usually more difficult for a team than having a full starting roster. You're a manager. Yeah, I was gonna say, you're also a manager. But there's I'm a caster. There's a reason you don't see me play. It's okay. We can both cry together. The good old days. Back when I actually was good at this game. Anyways. And the other loss that they had was week 1 with a double forfeit, so who knows what kind of situations happened there for Missouri S&T Green in week 1. Again, they have D-Shock as a sub if they need him, but again, I doubt they're going to be using that, meaning this series is actually going to be a lot closer than you think it will be. You cannot discredit Missouri S&T Green of the Missouri S&T Esports division. Let's get them in here to the lobby. Well, that's one person. Where's the other one? There it is. There you go. There's the lobby info. Again, prediction poll is also up, so go vote for who you think will win. As again, we're just waiting on both these teams here to join on in, and we'll have this series again. What will be our last series of the night? Okay, Missouri S&T Green's in quickly. We got Rin, Tasher, Etho in. Now, of course, their starting lineup this week. Again, they had D-Shock last week as their sub. Had to use him against Backbone Gaming. It did not end well for them, to say the least. But this week, with again all 3 other players, it should be better. It should be a better result for them overall. Again, this is a good team. Missouri S&T Green is good. They've just had a really rough start to their season overall, and again, they're hoping that against Dark Falcons, they can really turn some heads here, twist some people's opinions of them, be a little more positive, because this is a good team. S&T are good. I saw them last week, and like you could tell, again, it was tough with a sub, but even so, you still saw a lot of situations where they looked like a really solid overall team. This week, now they have all 3 players. That should change something. As Florian coming in with Missouri S&T Silver better than S&T Green. You know what? We should have that on stream. We should have that on stream. Get a show match of Missouri S&T Silver and Missouri S&T Green, and I will commentate that. Just get me a show match. I'm perfectly happy with that. Get me as a show match. That would be good. Always love fun show matches like that. Especially ones where it's within the same org. So, give me that show match. If you want to, obviously. You don't have to, but you know what? Just to settle that debate, that would be good. But again, if you guys want to talk about that, I would love to do that. Just get a best of 7, settle it on like Monday or something like that, and I can make it happen. I can stream it. Depends how busy I am. Again, you just gotta schedule a date and a time. DM me about it on Discord. And I'll do it. I will do it. I'm always up for fun show matches like this. The thing about show matches, they're so chill, they're so relaxed. So, I'm up for it. And of course, we still have a match in front of us here. Dark Falcons, Missouri S&T Green. We're waiting on both teams. As soon as they join, we'll be good to go. We'll get this best of 5 started. You can get those predictions in. You still have a good amount of time to do so. Do you predict Dark Falcons to continue what they're doing, and that is beating everybody, not even going to Game 5, or do you see Missouri S&T Green being the first team to knock these Dark Falcons down a peg? And Dark Falcons have been unbeatable. Week 1, they beat Mega Melons 3-1. We saw that. We then saw them sweep Backbone Gaming. Then after that, we saw them beat the Biggest Birds 3-1 in what was a crazy series. And they swept Sovereign Game. Again, they've not gone to Game 5 yet this season. That's how consistent they are. As there is Valak, who goes by the name of Shroom as well. That's his in-game name is Shroom. Inzel, who is INZ and JD1. Here we are, everybody's in early. We can get the series started, I guess. We saw both these teams last week. Dark Falcons had their win. 3-0 sweep. Missouri S&T Green were playing with their sub. They lost in a sweep to Backbone Gaming. Now they play each other, this time with their full starting rosters. Here we go. The Sportia stream, broadcasting this action to you guys live. Or not live if you're watching on YouTube. By the way, shout out to all of you who watch my YouTube VODs afterwards. If you don't support my YouTube, go do so already. It's Game 1 underway. What kind of Dark Falcons will we see here? This is a team that usually starts off pretty quickly out of the gate, but against Missouri S&T Green, they're going to need to be a little more measured in their approach. Missouri S&T Green are a formidable opponent. So many teams underestimate them because of that record that they have currently, but their team is actually looking pretty likely to make it into the playoffs, more likely than some teams that are already in that top 5. As now, a miss from Valak, JD1 off the sidewall. Inzel will jump in, everybody getting involved for Dark Falcons, but Rin will clear it away. And now Etho, open, back post and in. Missouri S&T Green score first. As already we're seeing some issues here with Dark Falcons. JD1 didn't have the boost and he went all the way back. Left the play open for Etho. And he won't be missing lows very often. Missouri S&T Green sneaking their first goal of the series. As now, they have a lead on Dark Falcons. But how long will that last? Dark Falcons are a team that like to overwhelm you with their mechanics. Missouri S&T Green, we'll see how they do with this. Again, the big thing against them is just not to panic. You can't panic against the Dark Falcons team. They're a team that, again, goes crazy. They have so many mechanical plays, so many strong players. They've been playing together for a while. Although saying that, Etho's just scored again here. A strange goal will go in. Dark Falcons just not up to the task right now. Etho into the open nets as everybody pushed up for Dark Falcons trying to get that ball over the half. Right now, Missouri S&T Green definitely willing to fight back here. JD1. Flip resets. Has it. Uses it, but he just can't put it on target. Etho controls it. Was maybe looking for his third goal of the game already. As ball bouncing around in that corner, in. Looking for offense, but JD1 will clear it away. Inzel. The Valak. High first touch. Chasher will save it. Here comes Etho. That clear only meet JD1. And he'll throw it back upfield here. Valak off the corner. Inzel learning to jump into that one, but Missouri S&T Green keeping the ball away from that net and more consequentially for Dark Falcons, away from the midfield. Dark Falcons Now mounting, it's Inzel to score. A counterattack the other way. And Dark Falcons get their first goal of the series here. As that bounce left for Inzel, and he shoots it up and a little behind Tasher, forcing him to stop on the goal line suddenly. Just wasn't fast enough though to jump and get in the way. Inzel takes it up. 50-50 with Etho. Now off the corner, JD1 looking for a second goal for his team. But that one slides off the crossbar. For Dark Falcons, their offense not nearly at the same pace that we saw them last week against Sovereign Gaming. But again, I said it. You can't underestimate Missouri S&T. This team knows how to compete. Again, their ranking right now definitely not where they're really supposed to be. Their losses only coming in very weird circumstances. Again, as I said last week, having to play with a sub who is also their manager. As well as the first week being a double forfeit. And you know, here's some good news coming in though. Cobra Warrior with the raid. Thank you so much, Cobra. How was your stream, by the way? Hopefully it was good. Rinzer is going to get a goal here for Missouri S&T Green. And now it's 3-1 for the underdogs. Here in game 1, they're coming out with a very quick shooting. Dark Falcons have not been able to respond very quickly to it. And it looks like game 1 might go to Missouri S&T here. Again, looking to upset the Dark Falcons, who have just been unbeatable so far. Valak saved on the line. Tasher misses. JD1 denied by Etho. Will jump up in time to get that one. And it's cleared away. Inzel. Corner. JD1. Back to Inzel. Tasher now. 2 touches. JD1 though. Gonna find a play in field. Passing. Rin will clear, but Valak waiting. Dark Falcons right now just can't get close enough to the net here to get their shots, but you can tell that they're just trying to use that midfield to start some plays, but ultimately, it just isn't working. But what a dunk. Oh my goodness, Inzel. The caster curse in full effect as Inzel here with quite a dunk here on Rin. And Dark Falcons keeping it close. Only 1 goal away now from tying it up. JD1 upfield. Stopped by Rin Etho. Off the ceiling. In front. Saved by Valak. Yeah, by the way, guys, Shroom is Valak. He goes by the name Valak, so that's what they call him. Although I don't know why his in-game name is Shroom, but he's been going for that in-game name for a while now. It's JD1. Bubble reading this. In front. Inzel. Look for the clear. Etho stops it. Offense here for Missouri S&T Green, exactly where they want to be at this point in the game. It's Tasher, dunked by Valak. Valak will leave it. Etho. First onto it. Dark Falcons. Gonna get the ball away. It's JD1. Valak has a solo play in front. Looking across for Inzel. Couldn't connect in time. Dark Falcons set up the incredibly long-range play. Didn't work as they wanted. Now they need to keep the ball up. Inzel struggling to do so. And game 1 will go to Missouri S&T Green. If you want to start an upset, this is how you do it. Game 1. Generally, when you see upsets, game 1's taken by the underdogs. You get yourself out early. You show what you're made of. Missouri S&T Green just shutting down the offense of Dark Falcons here. In so many different ways. Just, they allow them to have the midfield, which is definitely an interesting tactic. They don't allow them to shoot. That's really what's more important. Dark Falcons want to shoot around at the edge of that 16-yard box. Right now, Missouri S&T Green giving them none of that. As I do see there, hello IJ, how you doing? Did you miss a little bit? No, we had a pretty long break. Don't worry, Desastock. We had a bit of a break. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. This is the second series and the last series of the night here. As right now, the currently undefeated Dark Falcons definitely sitting on shaky ground, though. As Missouri S&T Green taking the first game against them. Now in front. Inzul. Touch it away. No shot coming. Valak has to control. Rin continually challenging. Valak's got to save this. He'll do so. But you want to see me play it at some point. Well, that might not happen. Unless someone retrieves it or redeems the 1v1. As a shot here from Valak will result in a goal. I was not paying attention here. Rin just overcommitted. Played a little too aggressive there. And Dark Falcons, I mean, they'll be the benefactors of it. As that one will roll its way into the back of the net. Inzul. Takes it up, looking for the dribble downfield. Gets the dunk on Tasher. Bouncer. Etho will save it. Now he can recover and get this touch over Valak, but JD1 sends it up front. Right now, the biggest issue for Dark Falcons has definitely been Etho. Scored 2 of the goals last game. He's a nuisance. He challenges so many things just up front. He does not hide what he wants to do, yet he's so good at it. And he's, again, becoming an issue for this Dark Falcons team. We want to push up to offense, but Etho just shuts it down. As here's Etho, saved by JD1. Dark Falcons trying to move upfield. JD1 gets the bump. Etho. Still Etho. Inzul will take it to the back corner. Valak sends it upfield. Miss from Tasher. In front. Rin will help him out. Almost a mistake there from Missouri SNC. We haven't seen a lot of crazy mistakes from these teams, although the mistakes that they do make are usually punished. As Etho across. Now Valak, flick. Rin with an easy save. He looks for Etho here, but Etho couldn't control. Rin still pushing it upfield, but the offense will dissipate for Missouri S&T, and Dark Falcons back on the prowl, looking for their second goal of the game. Nothing being set up here. JD1 now. Long shot. Tasher misses. JD1 to make it 2. Etho will keep that one away. Now Inzul. Second chance will go in. Dark Falcons, after a play like that, so many teams just leave the play, but Inzul saw the opportunity in front of him and turned so quickly for it, using his power slide perfectly. And that will be a second for Dark Falcons. There's only 1 second away from halftime in this game. Dark Falcons now the ones holding the control. JD1, flip reset. Does get it. Etho will save. Rin. Inzul. Trying to clear it, but Tasher will hit it back. Valak. Didn't get the touch off the sidewall that he wanted, and now Missouri S&T on offense. Etho, dangerous with the ball. What the flick? Crossbar, still not in. Oh, what a save. Tasher had the chance, but he couldn't put it in. Still, Missouri S&T green trying to push into offense. But that touch from Tasher will destroy everything that they made. They now need to reset. And here's a chance to do so. Etho, no boost. JD1. Not leaving the play until he sees it. In front, Valak couldn't score. Inzul. And that will be a third. 2 goals for Inzul. 3 for Dark Falcons. As they are looking ready and willing to take game 2. Of course, there's still a lot of time left here for Missouri S&T, but that time will tick away very quickly for them. Inzul, the corner. Tasher clears it back. Tasher now misses the shot. Missouri S&T green, who scored first last game. Actually, scored the first 2 goals last game. Now, scoreless in this one. Dark Falcons. Seems like now they've been able to acclimate to the series, acclimate to the setting that they're in. It was a slow start, but in game 2, they're back to their usual bag of tricks. Although, again, a more measured approach. As I said, they need to be more measured because Missouri S&T Green are not a team that they can style on. There's a team that will stop them solo plays. Said Dark Falcons have to play with a coordinated sense of effort. They can definitely do it. It will be one of their biggest challenges of this season. Until we get to the playoffs, obviously, and then that will get more difficult for them. JD1 dribbles it to the back wall, looking in front. Asher will intercept Efo with a pop. The back wall, Inzol, he can't read it. Now Valak, demoed by Efo. But time ticking away here quickly. Inzol on no boost gets 2 dunks. Now JD1 to the back wall for Valak to settle this game. Dark Falcons up 4 now. No more disputes, no more questions. Game 2 will go to the Dark Falcons. This series will be tied up at 1. Can they pick up with what they're doing now for Dark Falcons? Though Game 2 was good for them, but Game 3, you know Missouri SD Green are going to have a few changes to make. They're definitely willing to do that as well. Especially since this game, unlike the other one, does feel like Dark Falcons at full strength. Does feel like Dark Falcons that we've been seeing every single week on the stream for the up-and-coming Cup. Dark Falcons 1-1. A much stronger Game 2 here, as it's now them to shut down the Missouri S&T Green offense instead of the other way around. Both these teams ready for Game 3. I am too. This series showing us a bit of back and forth, but there's still time. There's still a lot of time to go here. Game 4 at least guaranteed. We'll see if we go to Game 5 for another Game 5 series tonight. That would be fun. If we get there, of course. Game 3, a decisive matchup to determine what team will be on match point. Tasher, good defense. Bounce, that will favor Dark Falcons as now clears it upfield. All 3 players up, and it will be Enzo with the final touch here. Dark Falcons will score only 12 seconds into this game. A 3-on-1 back the other way. JD1. I don't know if that was intentional for him to fake it or not, but whatever it was, Rin expected the touch, it didn't come, and it was a very easy finish for Inzel. Now a miss from Inzel. Tasher. JD1 will stop it. Now he's demoed. Tasher in front. Miss from Inzel here, but Alec will keep it away. Rin stopping it. Dark Falcons, though, again, a lot more passing-oriented gameplay. You're seeing almost all their goals come from team play, come from passes. At the very least, coming from the reliance on each other to put in good plays when they matter. But seriously, they don't play offense as a single solo effort, although they're known for it. Their solo plays are not what make them scary. It's the fact that they can change so quickly to having 2-3 players up in coordination. That's what's scary about Dark Falcons. That's where the true fear comes from. Because so far, they haven't really scored any solo plays against Missouri S&T. In fact, they haven't really gone for many at all. Instead, it's been utilizing each other, utilizing those mechanics to put in assists. As Tasher, that one's backwards. Ethan with the clear. Inzel, though, could put it in the open nets. Off the post, still in front. There it is. Inzel to the open cage. And Tasher, a surprising decision here. Caught Rin off guard, that's for sure, because he hit back towards his own nets. Rin didn't believe what he was seeing. And then the immediate counter from Dark Falcons. They'll take the chance when it comes. Is now Valak. Off the back wall, looking for JD1. Back in for Inzel. Pinched away. Caught by Valak. Has a touch to the sidewall. Looking to control it. 50-50 with Tasher. Now in front, no one there. Tasher will clear it. Towards Efo, cross. Oh, that one isn't on target. That could have been a really good chance for Missouri S&T. Emulating what we saw earlier from Dark Falcons, where they put an infill, where they have scored off of infill passes. Trying to do one of their own, but this one will not be as successful. Although I do like the vision that we're seeing from this Missouri S&T Green team. Unfortunately, they're just not stringing the same plays they did in Game 1. Dark Falcons dictating the flow of this game. As JD1. Rin beats him. Valak. Off his corner. Pasher to Etho. Etho, that's not on either. Missouri SNC Green have gone a long time without scoring. But this one, that one's wide. Rin. Close, but not on. And now cleared away again. A long time since scoring Game 1. Last time they scored was late in Game 1. Not even late in Game 1, more so towards the middle of Game 1. They didn't score in Game 2. Have not scored yet in Game 3. And how things are looking, it may stay that way. But now they have offense. Etho, back wall, won't be able to read the touch. Cleared up by Valak. Offense here, Etho bumped. Enzo will save. For both teams, it feels pretty controlled, but Dark Falcons, this is the pace they like to move at right now. Not a very fast pace, but a very, very controlled pace. Again, that's the whole thing. They're trying to go for control right now. It's preventing Missouri S&T Green from going to offense. And they've been very successful at that. How many shots have Missouri S&T Green had this game? That is not the right camera. They've had 2 compared to the 4 of Dark Falcons. Now make it 5. 3 goals on 5 shots for Dark Falcons. Valak with his first in this game. As Dark Falcons just continue to play at their pace, in their way. And right now, it doesn't look like anything's going to stop them. Not even a Missouri S&T Green team that has been looking really strong in the matches that they have played with the starting roster. Pinched. Upfield. JD1. It looks like he tried the pre-jump Valak there, but won't be able to read it in the end. Inzel. In front. Still no shots, but JD1 will keep the offense going. Dark Falcons. They don't like to play defensive. They don't like to sit back. They'll play as much offense as they can, even in moments like this where playing defensively would not be a bad decision. Oh, but a mistake here! Dasher will score! It might be too little too late for Missouri SNC Green, but they can take this, their first goal ever since the middle of Game 1. And they'll be happy with that one. Missouri S&T Green looking for things to go their way. Inzel. Off the corner. Doesn't read this. Now up by Valak. Asher. JD1. Control. Wave dash. Gets the pop as well. Gotta set up Inzel. Inzel couldn't put the shot on. JD1 now. Keeping it up. Valak towards the nets. Still going. Not in. Dark Falcons take Game 3. Only 1 away now. Again, they have never gone to Game 5 yet this season. And with how well they're playing, they want to keep it that way. Of course, again, they still need to win Game 4 to prevent that, but man, they have just shut down the offense of this Missouri S&T Green team ever since Game 1. Unfortunately for Missouri S&T Green, they may not be able to get the upset after all. It was looking so promising after Game 1. They looked so good. They caught Dark Falcons when Dark Falcons were flat-footed, but now Dark Falcons controlling everything in this series. Inzel trying to put this one in. Dasher preventing him from getting that second touch. Up the field go Missouri S&T Green, but JD1 offense. JD1 in front. Efo will sidestep it away, but now Rin gonna clear up field. Dark Falcons continuing to push up from that midfield. Asher They meet to the corner, keeping it away from the net. While Missouri S&T Green struggled to try to bring the ball out, now bumped. Multiple players commit for Dark Falcons. But Valak, he'll take it up backwards. Inzel calling it off, but Inzel couldn't get there before he was bumped. Efo. JD1 will lead it. Missouri S&T Green struggling to get past that midfield. And even when they do, they just don't have the boost for it. Dark Falcons starving them of their resources, but now an overcommit. Efo not on target, but this could create chances for Missouri S&T Green. JD1. Oh, he'll prevent it away with just a one air dribble. That's all it takes for Dark Falcons, and they're back where they like to be. In the offense, challenging that orange net, putting shots on. JD1, flip reset in front. Rin will clear it back. Inzel. Oh man, he bounced off the corner, bounced off that ceiling there. He was looking for. He reset off the ceiling, but couldn't get it. Now JD1. Well, you know he's gonna go for a flip reset. We'll see how he uses it. Off target for Inzel. Just not strong enough. Valak will now go for a play of his own, but Rin will cut it away. Missouri S&T Green, they need to prevent these shots from coming out from Dark Falcons. That's what they did so well in Game 1. Was stopping Dark Falcons before Dark Falcons could shoot. If they can keep the ball away from them, this close, away from them, when they're close to the nets, this is how you could stop Dark Falcons on offense. They aren't going to score a lot from the midfield. They go for solo plays. That's usually how they start their plays. That's not usually how they end them. Being able to prevent those shots is going to be important here. Dark Falcons, though, they have more offense going for them right now this game, but still, the scoreline stays tied. No goals yet. Who will score the first? Rin. Bumps by JD1. Inzel having to wait off the back wall. Rin now. Inzel will jump from the ceiling to get that touch. Is Efo. Bounced by Inzel. Efo. JD1 will clear it away. Nobody could connect on it for Dark Falcons. We're going into the final 2 minutes of this game. Still no goals yet. Inzel trying to change that. Misses. Valak. Second effort. There's the first goal of the game. Took over 3 minutes to get there. But finally, someone will break the deadlock. And that someone is Valak. Dark Falcons. It's a slow process. But ultimately, it will work for them. Now looking for a second. They're not done yet. One goal is not suffice to them. They need more. They'll keep chipping away at Missouri S&T Green if that's what it takes. Inzel getting back there just in time to save the ball away. Dark Falcons almost caught overcommitting on offense. Now JD1 up the field. Efo only goes so far before the ball is shot back in. Dark Falcons starting to get a bit aggressive here for their offense. Maybe too aggressive, but they do keep it. Credit to them. They aren't losing these challenges that easily. But here's one. This should be it. That one. Saved by Inzel. Another save to keep his team in the lead. It's Inzel this time. Saving his team from what could have been an overcommit. A blunder that could have cost them. Inzel. Flicks it. Now over, but not past two. Rin will get just enough on it to keep it away. Time melting off this clock, but all they need is one. Efo, he can do it! In front! JD1 with balls of steel able to get that one off his line. Knowing just how difficult of a series it is to get goals in, you really don't want to give away this one goal lead. Dark Falcons. It's close here. Back wall. Inzel keeps it away. Now looking for the clear. JD1 continues it up. But Rin, Efo with the doink. Maybe one more chance here from Missouri S&T Green. Kept up by Efo. Tasher goes across the net. Rin has to jump far post. And a fake on the line. Dark Falcons will let it drop. And they will still not hit Game 5 yet this season. Another win, they're staying undefeated through week number 5. Big moments for Dark Falcons. As we'll take a look at our schedule here. And I'm going to make sure to get them in for an interview. They always like interviews, so we're going to get Adam in here. To make sure that they are willing to join, we'll add them in. As again, we're going to go and let me invite them in here. As again, we're gonna get him in for an interview. It's a crazy night of matches. A game 5, now a game 4. As again, we're gonna get him in here for this one. Welcome in, JD1. How you doing? Congratulations, another win. You guys just keep the success going.
Hello.
How you doing? Again, big win for tonight. This is a team that somebody underestimates because really their losses have come from weird situations. When their starting roster was playing, they're scary, and you guys got that first-hand experience in game 1. How did you react to that game?
They were just honestly, they were just an awkward team. Like they just made us very awkward because like we just couldn't read what they were like trying to do.
Yeah, they play like that. They definitely make things difficult for you. But man, again, still you get the win though. You guys had a very unique playstyle for this series, not like usual. Usually you guys are so high flying mechanical. This series, it felt like you guys were grounded, tried to keep it simple and clean, and I mean it worked for you guys. Take me through it. Was the change something that you guys made consciously, or was it just like kind of the reaction to how they were playing against you?
It was just the reaction of how they were playing.
Yeah, again, you know, they again they made you awkward. They made it tough, but we got the win. I want to see who you guys are playing next week. You guys are playing
Dysfunctional SR.
playing Dysfunctional. Again, as the series goes on, I think you guys surely have secured. Yeah, you've definitely secured playoffs. I think you have at least. If not, this win definitely would have done it for you. But you got 2 more matches: Dysfunctional level and Green Lotus. Green Lotus, that's another really good team. But again, you got some interesting matches coming up. There's still some other teams in there that you haven't even played yet that are also really strong, like Circuitry Gaming Blue. Are there any teams you want to talk about that you haven't played yet that you are really excited for? Even a team, you know, it could be a team that you would be playing in the regular season, or maybe just another team in your group that you really want to play, even though you won't be able to be given the chance to.
We want to play the best teams. That's what we're looking forward to.
Just the best. Doesn't even matter if it's in your group. Just the best team. Is there any one team that comes to your mind when you say the best teams?
GE Premier and Asgard Academy.
Ooh, both. Oh, the 2 teams in a different division here, Premier and Okami. Yeah, those are some good teams. I have actually not seen those teams play yet. I do know Premier pretty well. That's the same. I know I've known that Premier team for a while. Very fun team. They're actually kind of similar to you guys. They're also very high flying mechanical. So that would be an interesting matchup, definitely to say the least. Again, big one. And like usual, do you have any shoutouts, any final messages for the stream here? Because again, you win. You always get these moments. Is there anything you want to say for this win?
Shout out my guy Val. Shout out my guy Ins. And that's it.
Again, congratulations on your win. I know, big win tonight, and enjoy it with the rest of your team. You definitely deserve it. A tough battle, but a well fought one. And Dark Falcons, again, they stay undefeated, which is quite the storyline this season.
Yes, sir. You have a good night.
You too. Big win for Dark Falcons. And that's it for the stream, guys. That was some fun matches. Yeah, I'm going to look for a raid here to end off the night. Here we go again. Congratulations to Dark Falcons for the win. Congratulations to Ethix for the win earlier in the stream. Everybody have a great night. Thank you all so much for joining. Stick around. We got some matches tomorrow as well. So keep following the Twitter, SpotioCRL, and join back on the Spotia stream. Bye.